Ladies and gentlemen of this body today, I come before you to bring for your consideration House Bill 217. House Bill 217 is a definite cleanup bill from a previous piece of legislation that was passed in the 2023 regular session. There was a 45-page bill that passed both chambers, went into law. It covered various functions of the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife. But there was actually a 5-word phrase in that 45-page bill, only 5 words, that caused a lot of heartburn, a lot of anguish among a lot of residents of this state, and I think probably all of us in this chamber heard from our constituents as to some of their disappointment. That was what was in this specific bill. Those 5 words said this: of 5 acres or more. Of 5 acres or more. So what did that actually mean? What that stated in that bill, that any property owner that owned 5 or more acres of land would be exempt from purchasing a hunting or a fishing license to hunt or fish on that property, which that included the owner, his or her spouse, their dependent children living there. It also covered tenants that were living there or actually farmed that land. So what occurred is when that language went into effect, what that actually meant was that those that owned 5 acres or less were then required to purchase a hunting and fishing license to hunt or fish on their own land that they owned, even though it had been in effect for decades that any amount of land that you owned, you were exempt from having to purchase a hunting or fishing license to hunt or fish that specific property. So in simple terms, what this bill does, House Bill 217, it amends KRS 150-170 to allow hunting and fishing on your property if you're the landowner, regardless of the size, without being required to purchase a hunting or fishing license to do so. So it strikes that 5 words which stated 5 acres or more. This has an emergency clause which would become effective immediately upon passage in the chambers and the governor's approval, or becoming law otherwise. This has the full support of the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife. If there are no questions, I move for passage, Mr. Speaker, of House Bill 217.